Hey there, it's Jimmy again, and today we have something very interesting. But first, if you like what you see, please do hit subscribe and like, and we'll keep making these. So what do we have? This is a 1984 Corvette, so the first year of the C4 generation. Pretty interesting. We do not see these in the junkyard very often. When we do, they've usually been in pretty massive wrecks. This one does not look like it has been though. It's just probably simply worn out. It's kind of interesting though, so let's take a full look around this thing. So, introduced in 83, well, there was no 83. So the last C3 was in 82, then the C4, this generation, came out as 84s. This was a big deal. I mean, this was quite the step forward to the future. Lost a lot of its kind of over-exaggerated 70s bulges and swoops. This is very modern, very attractive, and sold extremely well. The 84 was a little different than some of the later ones. The suspension was seriously stiff, and the car came in for a lot of criticism due to that. But other than that, it pretty much delivered the goods. The price was right, it looked good, it was modern, and people couldn't get enough of them. So let's see. So obviously it's all fiberglass. This one's been repainted, and actually a very attractive dark green color. But you know, definitely got a lot of fiberglass issues going on here. Everything's very flush, neat, modern. Corvette badge was obviously there. Someone took that already. Front end's very cool, just very sleek, and looked fast. And it was fast actually for the time. So let's see. This is nice big doors. The back, the hatch opened, which was a nice change from the C3s. So you actually had some storage room in there. Had the double round lights, which was great. Harkens back to the beginning, of course. And this bumper was all plastic, flexible, and did fairly well for everybody. But this one actually even has the T-tops on it. Or I had the T-tops, but now they're gone. So that was a popular option until the Corvette convertible showed up a few years later, which obviously reignited sales yet again. This one's got 4 exhaust outlets. Obviously there's a full dual exhaust on these. Corvette badge in the back. License plate would have gone in there, obviously, with the backup lights. This paint job's not the best. You've got some sagging and running, but you know what, from 10, maybe 20 feet away, this looked pretty good, I'll bet. Just maybe as recently as last year. Aluminum suspension components, discs all the way around. What's this one? Gabriel gas rider shocks. It doesn't look like the original, but hey, whatever works, right? Pretty interesting here, the suspension design. Neat. But I mean, the cool thing is, well, with a fiberglass body, they don't rust, so they last quite a while. Obviously the frame underneath still could, but this one looks pretty good actually. Here's the front end suspension. Get a good look at that. Pretty neat. Good size brakes for the day, that's for sure. Let's look at what makes a Corvette, which will be looking under the hood, of course. So let's look from the other side, actually, so we don't get the sun in our way here. So these opened the reverse way. There's a big, heavy hood. Cool headlights that do the flip around thing, which is neat. Both still there. I mean, this hood is ginormous. And there's the 5.7 liter V8. Pretty complete. Not bad at all. Distributor, carbs. Set back quite a bit in the chassis, so there's a lot of room in the front. Weight distribution is not bad at all on these. It's very, very cool and extremely complete still. Obviously, you know, the 84 engine compared to what's available nowadays that'll fit in the same spot is quite underpowered, but in 84, hey, this was great. And here we also see the wipers. This is cool. They opened, they flap like clapping wipers, where they both kind of get the left one goes out to the left and the right one goes out to the right, versus what's more common these days. So let's lower that again. Wow, that is heavy. And let's take a look at the inside. This one's been a little picked over, or a lot picked over. This one has the red interior though, which is always cool. Love a red interior. It's got the seat bottoms, but not the seat backs. Here's the cargo area. It's not bad at all. It's pretty well trimmed. Looks good. Looks like there's even a retractable cargo cover that's still in place. There's the handle right there in the middle. It pulls out and clips into these little clip things right here. Interesting. You've got the tint here, which looks like a home job, turning purple, but hey, that's all right. But yeah, love the red. Everything's bright red. You've got the big Corvette pad right there with this part of the dashboard. You've got these big sills that you had to climb over. Fairly cramped footwell, but you're more or less laying down in these, I guess. And then there would have been a center box here. A lot of these came in for the wood applique package. That was aftermarket, but you know, what can you do? This had the automatic like most. AC, radio would have been there. The instruments are gone, which is too bad. So is the steering wheel. But you know, this stuff's worth money, I guess. So that's why people take it here out of the junkyard. Again, the seat back is gone on the driver's seat. You just have the cushion there. And what else you had? That's kind of interesting. You had the wiper. Looks like the wiper controller is in the door, which is different, I'll say. Headlight switch was up there at top. Has a right typical GM dealio on the column there. And then cruise control and high beams are on that stock right there. Over here, not much else, just obviously the vent. And there's a little fuse panel over there. This door has the door handle to get out. Lock and unlock, made the big GM thunk, and the manual override, of course. But again, red. Actually pretty semi-hard. This is kind of, it's sort of semi-soft, but nicely carpeted. Not terrible at all. This is kind of interesting. The seat belts here have a cinch button. I guess that'll tighten it up. Not quite sure how that works, but sort of interesting. Or it is interesting. But yeah, this is neat. This is a 1984 Corvette. Let's take a look at the other side quickly and see if, oh, this is a fuel filler, would have been here. So you open that up. It, I guess, stayed up, you know, spring loaded at the time. Open that and heft the fuel filler over the back and fill her on up. And then this would have opened here from here, but there's a button that's electric that's inside that's obviously not working since there's no battery in this car. But their paint job's not terrible, actually. They painted everything. I mean, it looks like they took the trim out and got it in there. I wonder what color, was this a white car originally? Could have been. Interesting. But yeah, they took the whole thing apart to paint it. So pretty interesting. I think, oh yeah, the handbrake was over here on the left side, so that didn't make getting in and out any easier once that was pulled up. You had to kind of climb over that too. And well, I guess here's the VIN sticker, manufactured by General Motors, but all the data is not visible anymore after all these, what, almost 40 years now. This is a button to open the back hatch. Obviously not working. And yeah, that's it. But tiny mirrors, but fairly aerodynamic for the front end. So that, my friends, was the 1984 C4 Corvette with G-tops. So again, if you liked what you saw, there should be a little round icon. It's my logo at the top left of the screen. Hit that and you'll be subscribed. And if you want to see another video, there should be a suggestion coming up in the bottom. So they're all good and they're all interesting. So please check them out and we'll keep making them. Thank you. Bye.